already. Joining me now is Senator Bernie Sanders, independent from Vermont. Senator Sanders, thanks for your time this evening.
My pleasure.
Let me get this straight. A party that hates tax increases is willing to raise taxes on 98% of Americans. Can you explain that to me, Senator?
Well, sure. These guys see that their function in life is to protect the wealthiest people in America. Al, in America today, as you well know, we have the most unequal distribution of income and wealth of any major country on earth. It is worse today in America than at any time since 1928. Last study I saw, between 2010 and 2009, 93% of all new income went to the top 1%. Middle class is shrinking. Poverty is increasing. What is the Republican solution? Oh, let's give more tax breaks to the very wealthiest people in this country, the millionaires and the billionaires, and then let's cut programs that the middle class desperately needs: Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid, education. That, in a nutshell, is the Republican proposal.
Now, Senator, it turns out that the GOP tax plan would actually raise taxes on the working class in this country. New York Times points out that the Republicans' plans would extend tax cuts for 2.7 million affluent families while allowing tax breaks to expire for 13 million on the bottom of the income spectrum. I mean, this is outrageous.
Al, we don't use the word outrageous here in the Senate anymore, because every day there is one thing after another that is literally beyond the moral compass or beyond even good economics. Look, there is a war that is going on right now. That's what Citizens United is about. The billionaires, we just identified today 25 separate billionaires who are spending at least $250,000, at least, on campaigns right now. The billionaires are not satisfied with the fact that the top 1% owns 40% of the wealth in America. They want more and more and more. And if they can crush working families and lower-income people by cutting back on Pell Grants, cutting back on food stamps, cutting back on Social Security, it doesn't matter. That's not what their interest is. They want it all. And that's the situation here in Washington.
All right, if you don't use the term outrageous in the Senate anymore, maybe repugnant or
yes,
maybe alarming.
Use the word, you're a reverend, use the word morality.
All right.
When you give tax breaks to billionaires and you punish old people and sick people and children, that's a moral issue.
Well, let me show you something that I would call interesting. Senator John Kyl actually compared the richest in this country to Michael Jordan yesterday. Watch this.
When Michael Jordan came, after he established how great he would be, he was given an enormous, almost unheard of salary. Did the other players say, that's not fair? No, actually, all the other players got big salary increases too. The whole franchise did well. The people selling popcorn in the stands, the people parking the cars, and certainly every one of the members of the team made much more money than they ever would have had Michael Jordan not come to the team.
So maybe I'm not understanding this since I don't sit in the Senate and get Senate logic. But is he saying the rich have been like Michael Jordan for the rest of the country in terms of bringing us all as team players to championships? I mean, what is he saying?
Well, I think what he is trying to do, Al, is to defend the trickle-down economic theory, and that is when we have a growth in billionaires and in millionaires, which we have seen in recent years, theoretically, everybody is supposed to be doing better. But you know, and the American people know, that is not true. Yes, the wealthiest people are becoming much wealthier, but median family income for middle-class people has gone down. Poverty has increased. Now, I don't know about Michael Jordan, but I do know that the people who are selling popcorn at the Chicago Bulls basketball game are not doing particularly well, nor are the people parking the cars. What we are seeing now is a huge and growing gap between the people on top and everybody else. That's the reality of America, and if we don't change that, you're going to say goodbye to the middle class and the future of our country.
Senator Bernie Sanders, thanks for your time this evening.
My pleasure.
Still ahead, what the results of our brand new NBC poll reveal about the president's message.